I was a twin flame runner, and today I wanted to share with you some tips if you are a twin flame chaser and you want to reunite back with your twin flame as fast as possible. So me and Steph, the other part of Twin Flame Guides, we have been in a harmonious union for over a year now. So it's perfect because the twin flame stages are still very fresh in our minds. So that's why I want to take this opportunity to really get all my thoughts down, everything that was going through my head during these stages. So as I said in the runner video, which I can link to in the description, I never thought that I would be the runner. I have done so much self-work throughout my life. I'm very spiritual, but I guess my twin flame is even more spiritual and highly intuitive. He's a life path number 11, a master number. And he knew right from the start that this was a very, very special connection and nothing you should run from. So I ended up being the runner. It was not a very long running period, but it did happen. And I just want to share with you now what was going through my head and how you can speed up reunion as a chaser. So we met in Gran Canaria, Spain. It was beautiful. Like nothing I've ever experienced. It was very intense as well. And a lot of stuff was triggered and came up to be released. So it would leave me annoyed sometimes. I would have these triggers of annoyance being with him. And eventually I ran away. I went back to Sweden, my home country, and lived in a cabin, reflected over my life. It almost triggered like a quarter life crisis, this meeting Steph for the first time. And I believe there are two reasons why a runner runs away. For me, it was a combination of both. The first reason is that they need space to process because so much has been triggered inside of them by meeting their twin flame. So they just need space to release all that before they can reunite. The second one is that there has been some kind of misunderstanding and that's why they ran. So if the reason why they run is because they need space, then you should give them space. This is very important. So after I had ran, Steph kept sending me these really cute messages with the love hearts and everything. And I was not ready for that then. I just needed my own space and be in my own thoughts. I really went into hermit mode. So anybody kept sending these loving texts. And what I did that I highly regret is that I sent him a long, cold text saying that I need space, I cannot talk to you right now, etc., etc. And that, of course, hurt him very much, and it's still something that I regret very much doing because it made him think that I wasn't interested at all. We wasn't the case. I was very much interested in him, and I couldn't get my mind off him. But I didn't tell him that. So if your twin flame say they need space, respect that, give them that space. Don't send them lots of heart emojis and long text message after text message after text message. Give them some space. Now, if it was a misunderstanding, which also happened in our case, so I had some stomach problems and I had to go to the hospital. And I asked my twin if he wanted to come with me. And he's like, do you want me to come with you? And then I said, just do whatever you want to. And in the end, he didn't. And that really hurt me at that time because I thought that if he won't be here for me in my worst moments, when will he be here for me? But I never said anything to him about that. I never communicated that to him that I felt hurt by that. So instead, he found out that after we became a couple, actually. And then I got to hear his side of the story, which was that day I had been really mean to him. I had been very cold, mean, said some hurtful comments that day, and that's why he wasn't like rushing to come to the hospital with me. So I can see that now. And I wish we had that conversation earlier in the running stage rather than several months later. Because then I could have been like, oh, okay, well, I see why you wouldn't come then, because I had hurt you that day. And if you really want to get out of your chest that you think this is your twin flame, because I know that it can be very frustrating to think like, oh wow, I have a twin flame, but that person have no clue about it, then I think it is okay to send an article, for example, some signs that you are twin flames, to send that to your twin flame and be like, hey look, I found this article online. Isn't it crazy how many of these signs we have? What do you think this means, for example? Not like, you are my twin flame and now you should come back, stop running. No, nothing like that. But only do this if this is a person who is spiritual and open-minded, and that you feel like he or she still has feelings for you. Then I think it's okay to send an article, because that can also help clear up things for him, right? Maybe he will get into research mode and look up what twin flames are, and you can even mention to him the running stage, and he can read about it and be like, oh wait, this is actually what's happening to me. I'm actually not annoyed at you. It's just that being with you, my divine mirror, is bringing up things within me. And the second step is to do self-work. This is very, very important. Okay, because chances are this person will not just come back into your life after this call. It will take some time to deal with all these ego issues, insecurities, work on self-love, all these things that this person is going through. It will take time. And to speed up that, you also need to do some work. Okay, it's very easy to blame it all on the twin and be like, oh, I am fully awakened, I am fully enlightened, I am Buddha. My twin is the person who needs work. You both need to do work. Working on yourself never ends. It's a journey that always continues. You need to constantly work on yourself. So what you can do is, for example, take a course. For example, we have Twin Flame Reunion Fast Track, which is designed for this, link in description. But there are many products like this online. Just make sure that it is someone who is actually in a union with their twin flame, okay? And that you have a good gut feeling. A good gut feeling before you purchase products or read things from them. The most important parts of the self-work will be working on self-love and working on stepping into your purpose, okay? So if you are stuck in a dead-end job that you hate, then try to find a way to slowly replace your income with something that is more towards your purpose, and then so that you later can quit the dead-end job and be more in your purpose. This will help hugely to reunite you with your twin flame again. I hope this was helpful. I'd love to hear, do you have a twin flame, and in what stage are you in? Do you have any questions for me as a runner? Let me know in the comments.